So welcome to episode 8 of this Havre series. We've just finished the season 1 day ago on the game. So what we have 14 million to spend. We are obviously losing Duarte, Emerson, Pembele, Cadre. We have a decision to make on Emerson. I get Herrera back and Ebenong back, so that's nice. We're getting a centre back. The question is, do we raise some funds and sell maybe one of the two starting centre backs? Maybe Sangante could be the one to sell, because that would raise some funds to improve our squad. Obviously, we are in the Europa League. We would like a bit of a squad for Europa League. So we are losing a few players. We're losing Boufal. Akpro we are getting on a free. It probably won't start for me, but one regret, I do wonder if I should have left him in the team longer. So we have a lot of recruitment to do. Thinking a right back, potentially a left back, potentially. A centre back we're covered. Definitely a defensive midfielder, maybe two defensive midfielders, and one central midfielder. Definitely a backup striker, maybe a starting striker, and maybe some width cover. So we are looking for between about 6 to 10 players, I will say. Goalkeeper, we are fine as well. So maybe what we could do is we'll get two goalkeepers, I think. Get a sub goalkeeper and a third choice as well. So as you can see, we have 14 focusers here. So in a few nations, we did get 3 new scouts. I can't remember if I mentioned the Senegal one, but we definitely did Egypt and Nigeria. I have a feeling I had another one who maybe I've not done a focus for, so I will have to check that out. So what I will do is go through the match, near the match, and in progress, just to see if any players appeal to me, then I'll add them to the shortlist, and then we'll go through all the shortlists. And also, I will look at this player recommendations tab as well, because there's apparently 100 players, so we will go through them as well. And if there's any players of note, I will add them to my shortlist. So I have gone through the recruitment focus. I've not bothered yet with the player recommendations. I will do that eventually. We have found a few players though. So Hendricks we showed a while ago. He's listed for 2 million. We'll come to that when we think about it. I don't think we need we don't need centre backs really, and it doesn't suit left back. I like the look of this guy though for Platense in Argentina. Not the quickest, which is a shame, but I think there's definitely a player in there, but he is expensive. But Oliver Zendan, a potential good candidate. 6 foot, but he's only got 10 jumping reach. But 150k to 1.5 million. Not the worst at all. Right back, there was a really Buto formula of Frankfurt again. He would be he's out of contract actually. But in France, you can only have 4 non-EU. And he's eligible for Portugal. So again, maybe that's a smart one. Potentially a smart one. But there is Maurice Valinicic from Dinamo Zagreb. He looks very good. Them physicals are very good. Pretty decent mentals. Technically not the best, but he's an option. Maybe we could get both potentially. I don't think defensive midfield. We have a lot, so I won't go through every one of them, but as you can see, we have a lot. I've showed you Frederick Hamar before. I don't think there was anyone particular of note. The one that I did like was this guy, Noah Mbamba, on loan at Dender EH. Is that in Belgium? I think it is in Belgium. It is. He's the one I really like the look of. He's got no interest, but he is one I will try and get if possible. One player that we are getting is Aruna Uatara. He is, I think it was it a free transfer? I think it was a free transfer. Again, I think he's got potential to be good cover, and he's homegrown in Czech Republic. I believe, has he not got it now? I'm not too sure, because I'm not too sure how it all works this year, but potentially a decent player. Probably would send him out on loan, though, I would imagine. First season anyway. But yeah, for defensive midfield, there isn't the greatest amount of players that I did see who really stood out. Everton Araujo would be one, but he's uninterested at the moment. But maybe he will become interested potentially in the summer when I don't know how when it all updates with like Europe. So potentially it might update eventually. Noah Markman was one that did interest me. He'd be cheap. So that is potentially a good option. And I think the standout one is probably Santiago Castaneda from Paderborn. I imagine he might have a release clause. He does a 3.8 million or 2.3 million if they get relegated. They will have one more game to go, won't they? Where are they? Away to Darmstadt. Oh my god. They may go down. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. That if they go down, we are getting him immediately. So for central midfield, again, there was not a lot of options. Mio Zimmerman, from Luzern in Switzerland. A potential option would be a cheap player to get. Maybe one we consider, but first 11 is priority. Then the last two are Ognan Ugresic from Partizan in Serbia. Very well-rounded player. I don't mind him at all, actually. Potentially too expensive for us, though. And the last one is Rokas Pustas, who is a US international. Again, I'm yet to decide fully, but I do like the look of him, to be honest. Mental's really good, pretty decent physicals, technically not the best. US international. He's fully eligible for Croatia, but he'd have to complete nearly another 1,000 games nearly to get that. So we'll have to look at our EU status in the squad. For left wing, there was no EU potential. Everton Barlow, who I believe I might have shown on a few episodes before. He's the only one we've seen so far. There might be more, obviously, in player recommendations. Then the other one was Jose Maria Herrera as well. But unfortunately, he is not got any EU nationality, which is a shame. Then for the right, there was only two. Mohamed Abdallah in Egypt, potentially a player we may try for. I don't quite like the look of him, to be honest. I guess there'll be no EU. And then Montader Manger from Iraq, currently playing in Sweden for Hammarby as well. Potentially might be a bit of an expensive one, but he is an option we might look at. For striker, we have obviously yet to decide on Emerson, and I believe I showed you Daniel Berligia from Steaua Bucharest in Romania. Physicals are very good. Okay, mentals. Technically, I would like someone with a bit better dribbling and heading, especially if it's a target forward. He hasn't had the best season, but so maybe we'll leave that. But the last one is from the famous Bodo Glimt, Mikael Brewer Hansen. He looks like he has a lot of potential. But yeah, the main thing is keep an eye out on Paderborn. Hopefully Paderborn get relegated. Look at player recommendations. Hope there's some players in there. There's a lot of work to be done. So some good news is Paderborn did get relegated. There was a good few teams interested in Santiago Castaneda, but we have paid the 2.3 million release clause. So that is very good to see that we have actually picked him up. So yeah, really good signing. So for the strikers, I am really struggling what to do with Emerson. I don't know what to think of Emerson. What I might do before deciding, he's got 19 goals, which is really good. But I've got a feeling he went so many games without goals, and I've got a feeling some of them games will be where he's got 2 in a match. Anyway, I have been struggling to find a replacement if I do. The 2 that have come up is Alessandro Vogt, who was on a second ago. 6'1", left foot's very weak, shoots with power, tries first time shots, and very strong right foot. And I'm just wondering, is he worth a chance? The only thing that puts me off is his dribbling. And I thought his heading would be better with him being 6'1". But he's an option. Acceleration's a bit low, but his pace is quick, good strength. Off the ball's good. Determination, composure, bravery, anticipation, aggression is really nice. And when I was doing my search, this guy popped up. Mohamed El Amin Ramdawi from Algeria. I guess that is a club in Algeria, it is. He is wanted by Fiorentina, Parma and Besiktas. I think he'd be a really good signing. Do you buy him and send him out on loan, or do you buy him and have him on your bench for a year? And he obviously games in Europe and in the league and maybe the cups if we go further in the cup this year. That is what I'm currently kind of leaning towards doing. Of getting both of them too. So another signing is coming in, Moritz Balincic from Dinamo Zagreb. He will be our starting right back. We've got a decision to make on Vogt because they're wanting 5 million, which is his release clause. He is wanted by some good clubs though. A lot of clubs, wow. Bremen, Wolfsburg, Wolves, Nice, Hertha, Lazio. So that makes me think we do pull the trigger and get him. For some reason, I've just got my doubt. There was one other striker I did find, though. Bertuk Yildirim from Turkey, from Başakşehir. So I'm not sure what to do with Bertuk Yildirim at all. Physicals are okay. Mentals are okay as well, and technicals are okay. It's just really hard to find a striker that'll be suitable. There's just something about this telling me no, but there's also something telling me let's do the deal. We have time though, but we don't as well. The fixtures have been released though for the league, so let's take a look at them, and they are not favourable. Home to Champions League, Lorient. Away to Nice, away to PSG, and home to Lens. So if you get 6 points out of them 4 games, or 6 or 7 points would be good. I think a minimum of 4 points at least out of them 4 games, and that would be okay-ish. So our struggles are even worse now. We made the decision to sign Alessandro Vogt, but he is going to Bologna instead. That is annoying because now we have to decide on Emerson. I just don't know what is best because physicals are decent, mentals are okay, technically it's okay. It's just, is there anyone else out there? If there's nobody else out there, do we take the chance on a 17-year-old striker? I don't know. The 26-year-old Daniel Berligeia, but even then, I'm not convinced on that. And then there is Bertuk Yildirim. Had a good season at Başakşehir last season. Where did they come last season? They became 5th, so we had a good season for them. He has played in Ligue 1 before for Rennes. We have signed a left back, Vitaly Becker. He will be our starting left back. So we have done a bid for a striker, and it is Stefanos Tsimas on loan from Brighton. I'm not sure. I'm gambling here. It's just I feel like that Emerson is £5 million. It is a lot of money. Maybe it's worth persisting with Emerson. So Emerson went back. A mistake on my part. I was hoping to get a bit more of a notification. Maybe we should have done the 5 million up front. However, he's gone back to Toulouse, so obviously the clause is expired of 5 million, and now we're paying a potential of 12 million in future fees. But with the way I'm looking at it is 2 million and 3.5 million, which is basically 5.5 million, which the fee will pay. The 20 games for Brazil, then 50 games, they'll get a 3 million. That very well could happen, but ideally, it won't happen. Ideally, it won't. Or if it does, it means he's doing well. So I don't mind that, actually. So not much of an update. We are about to make a signing. Everton Bowler. He's going to be a sub player for us. We do need some depth, to be honest. I don't really want to do so many changes to the team, but we kind of, in a way, are forced to. I haven't decided my centre-back pairing. We do need to get a backup striker, unless Mane could do it, but he's poor at heading, so I'm not too sure. We are getting. I don't know what. I kind of want a starter for Trent Scout, but we'll put him in for now for the right wing. If I just do that quickly, for example, so we're getting Everton Barlow. So we've got Barlow, Mane covered for the left. Like these two here, which I'm going to highlight. I don't know if you can see. Keramet and Mambibe. We could do with letting them go. Utari is going to go out on loan. Ndai is about 3 months away. Nobody's come for Zawawi yet. DX we tried to sell, but no one again. So I just need to decide on the centre-back partnership for now. And I think we're good to go. So we do need a striker. That is going to be the priority. Maybe a young striker. But we have done an offer. If I go to recruitment activity to do in, I have delayed the Stefanos Tsimas for now. I probably will cancel that though. Mohamed Abdullah from Al Ali. Is that actually in Egypt? Yeah, it is in Egypt. So I don't know if I need him or not, but that is an offer we have done. Everton Barlow is coming in. I've done an offer. He was wanted by Genoa. And I did show him earlier, I believe. Mio Zimmerman from Luzerne. I've done an offer for him and a contract. If he comes to us, great. If not, it's one of them. One other option, I've just done a bid because Atalanta have bid for him, is Milan Vukovic from Partizan Belgrade. I think he'd be an excellent signing for out wide, personally. He would cover 3 positions. So we've had the offer accepted for Vukotic. I will have to edit the budget. And I might even give him a bit more money because I think he'd be a key player. I'm giving him a bit more of a sign-on fee. Fingers crossed he accepts us. So Abdullah has agreed. We will delay that. So Everton Barla is in. He's been on my shortlist since season 1, to be honest. So we'll see how he does. I'm not expecting anything much, but bit of a sub option for us and Europa League. We are selling a goalkeeper to Burnley, about $1 million as well. We are getting Agni. He had a potential of 5-star, but I'm not convinced personally. So we have got Vukotic signed. So we'll confirm that deal. Rejected Bergamo, which is a nice. And I can't remember if I did show. I will show again. I can't actually remember because I always stop recording and clip each bit. We did sign the midfielder Zimmerman. I may have showed you. We did sign him as well. So I'm going to send him out on loan if possible. We have done a bid for Mohamed Bayo at Lille. It's 625k. Leicester and Verona are in for him. I personally don't think we get him. But if we do, that is our striker for the bench. So a bit of a transfer update. We have bought a goalkeeper from Atletico Madrid. He looks like, he's not even that bad, to be honest with you. Horatio Moldovan from Romania. So he's going to be our number 2 goalkeeper for the season. We did sign Mohamed Abdullah. I wasn't going to go through with the deal, but we've gone through with it. Mohamed Bayo did sign, so he's okay. He's not amazing, but I think he'll do a job, won't he? Let's be honest with you. Madryan, the centre back from Armenia, he went to Burnley, and Nahul Herrera is going to go to Stoke on loan. So I don't mind that. We have done a loan bid as well for a centre back, and I think I mentioned him earlier. But on Balog, it was maybe at the very start on a loan, 2 million. I think at the time it was worth about 10 million. But we've got an option to buy for 2.8 million if we would like to, and I think that's a good. I think, you know what? Generally, if we lose the other 2 and then Decorum and get him in, I think that is smart business. So I've made a bit of an error with them. I've got 6 foreign players off, 6 non-EU. So I'm tempted to sell Seiko, who has an offer for Middlesbrough, and currently Balog is registered. He's EU. But Castaneda, I thought he might have had German nationality, but he didn't. I know he's American, but I thought he might have had some German nationality being in Germany, but he hadn't. And Abdullah. So I am thinking to loan out Castaneda and then loan out Abdullah. And if we loan out Abdullah and Castaneda, next season they should be a lot better than they're coming to the first team. And we can potentially sell Assad. We could maybe remove one non-EU player in Lucas Asade and get that cash. So it's a bit of a tough spot to be in, to be honest with you. It's a mistake from my end. Apart from that, everything is okay. We will risk Asade to play this game. My only other option is I bought Everton Barla in, didn't I? And I could maybe not register him, but I may as well develop someone who's younger and give them game time, man. I think that's the choice to go. But let's get into this game and see how we get on. It's going to be a tough game, but home, I'd fancy us at home against Lorient. I know Lorient got Champions League, but I would fancy us to beat them. Fingers crossed for a good start to the season. Right, important to use home advantage and listen keenly. We'll skip the tunnel, but let's go. Season 2 with Le Havre. Guillemont to Talby, to Lebris, Emil Kraft, Talby. Yongwa drives forward. Dieng cuts inside. It's a 1-0. Mohamed Bamba. That guy again. We nearly got him last year. We was deciding to, and we didn't. And he's put Lorient 1 up. Becker. Down the line to Sade. Intercepted by Lebris. Kraft. Mvuka. Cuts inside. Good tackle. Asade drives forward and loses the ball so cheaply. Emil Kraft. Emerson wins the ball though, and it's a great equaliser. Great finish. All the work for Emerson there. Fantastic. Good response. Yongwa to Talby. Emil Kraft. Mvuka takes on the left back. Gets it across in Sangante, clears. Lons picks up Becker down the line to Emerson. Can Emerson take on his defender? He does. And then repeat, cuts onto his right foot. Good save by Mvogo. Asadi. Becker. Takes on the defender, gets fouled by Hugo Guillemon. Asadi crosses it in, back post. Emerson with the header. One of the scout reports did say on Emerson he was great in the air, and there was nothing on the striker from Switzerland. I forgot his name. He went to Bologna. I forgot his name. Vogt, was it, or something like that? But yeah, great header by Emerson. I'm not too pleased with how we're playing though. Approaching half time here, and Asadi, even though I don't know if to give him the full, give him about 60 minutes, I'm not too sure. But as it stands, going into half time with a 2-1 lead, unless things change, Mvogo goes upfield to Bamba, wins the header to Dieng. Kouassi, great tackle by Ibanog. Gets the cross in, cleared, but Labrie picks it up. Guillemon and Emerson wins the ball, and on the counter-attack, Emerson goes. Can he get onto his right foot? He does. Shoot! What a goal! What a hat-trick! Emerson, all on his own, 2 goals, all on his own, and gets his hat-trick. The first goal worked amazing on his own, and this goal, insane, all from Emerson on his own. What a goal! Great goal. So we do take a half-time lead, and I think what we will do is we will sub off Asadi and bring on Mane. We need to develop Mane a bit this season, I believe. Corner for Lorient. Labrie to take. Abigel at that spot. Ebong. Abigel over the bar. Right, we're approaching the 65th minute here. What we'll do, we'll give it till the 70th and we'll do 1 or 2 changes, but nothing has happened since that last chance for Lorient. And I think we'll pause it now. Give Everton Everton Ball his debut, and we will bring on Vukotic for central midfield, and then near the end we will sub on maybe 2 of the defenders, the right back and left back. Well, we'll sub on Becker, Becker off now for Coffee, and then I think, you know what, Emerson can have a round of applause from the supporters. Unbelievable. 86th minute, and this is the first highlights all second half since that chance for Lorient that went over the bar. Everton Barlow, Valisinic, terrible ball. Can we win that ball back? Talby, a mistake. Bayo picks it up, and we punishes them. Terrible mistake by Talby, and this is a fantastic win. I mean, last season Lorient came 4th in the league, and it was deserved from them. You wonder, was it just a one season wonder from them? Maybe it was a one season from us as well. But a great start to the season. I've been a bit disappointed in parts of our play. I thought we'd have a bit more chance of 0-0 or 1-0 down, but we responded greatly. And Emerson, what a signing! Crazy goals from Emerson. So let's just take a look at the matches where we'll bring you back for. I want to try and make the episodes kind of shorter. Well, same length, but maybe we'll get through the season quicker. So what I think we will do is, I'll do the Lens game. Actually, Lens and Monaco. PSG is a bit of a boring one because we will probably get a defeat. We'll do Lens and we'll do Monaco, I think, and then we'll decide for October, November, December what we do. But yeah, again, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoy. Bit of a transfer one, and I'm glad we got a match involved, but great start to the season with the Havre.